What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Stargate Finance. Now, Stargate Finance has exploded in the past month in terms of user base, in terms of activity on their platform. Well, I'm looking at this going, this growth in a fairly flat market. Granted, you obviously seen Bitcoin testing 30K for the first time in what feels like a year. But the fact that they've experienced such growth, such an explosion in activity in the past month is a really strong sign moving into the next sort of phase of the market, and when, a bull cycle we're probably looking at for 2024, but there's an opportunity there. So I'll take a look at what Stargate is and what I think it can do in terms of price based on, the growing user base. But before I get into any of that, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are actually the first 26 coins that I did videos on. And in those videos, I said I'm buying these cryptos. The reason for it is, the quality. That was basically the summation, right? So if you've done the same, say you put in $100 into each, you can see what the prices were when I released the videos. You can see what the all-time highs they were that they hit the next year on. So if you'd put in $100 into each, you would have been able to make a profit. So $100 in, $2,600 total investment would have netted you 123 grand. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now, I sold these in 2021 when the markets were red hot. These are not the coins I own. But if you do want to see the cryptos that I own right now, these are the ones I've been buying while the markets have been down. Go to copymycrypto.com. Copymycrypto.com is as easy as it gets. It's as simple as it gets. I literally share, whenever I'm buying a coin, I let the members know. The reason I do that is full transparency. This is the coin. These are the gains I think it can have. These are the reasons that I'm buying it. And this is the percentage of my money I'm putting in. And they can copy along. It is as simple as that. I literally dive into the markets every day. The way I've found all these winners in the past is the same way that I found the coins that I'm in now. And all you have to do, if you're interested, or if you join, is copy along. And take all the work out of your crypto investing. But if you haven't read the site, go check it out. It'll take 10 minutes to read, and you'll see on the site everything that I've said. You'll see the successes members have had, and also everything on there, by the way, is public record, so you can verify every single thing you read on the platform. You can go through old videos here. It's as simple as that. So go check it out. Pause the video. Go read it. Yeah, let's get into it. Stargate. Stargate's doing pretty good volume a day considering its market cap. Now, very small amount of the supply is out, and that is worth noting. Only 18%. Let's have a look at Stargate. So first of all, Stargate launched when the markets were down. It launched in 2022. We were in a bear cycle. It did still rally up to about $4 before, obviously, the bear cycle had its effects. Now, Stargate's an omni-chain native asset bridge. So it's designed to solve the blockchain trilemma, as they call it, which says that no blockchain can be decentralized, secure, and fast simultaneously. So it does this by simplifying cross-chain DeFi transactions, which lets users transfer and swap their assets between different blockchains. So they've basically created a bridge. That bridge is being heavily used. Stargate users can also move their assets between different liquidity pools on different DeFi protocols on different blockchains. They currently support Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, Metis, BNB, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Phantom. And I'm sure they've added another couple recently. And the platform offers a number of different profit-making opportunities, whether that's staking, liquidity pools, farming tokens, as well. And their bridges right now, like I say, are being very well used. So most pre-existing cross-chain bridges use what's called fractured liquidity, which requires separate pools for tokens that will pass over the bridge. Stargate, however, renders this requirement obsolete via a lock and mint and burn and redeem mechanism. This means that the mechanism essentially burns the token at source and mints new ones on the destination blockchain, therefore provides the instant guaranteed finality and unified liquidity. So it can move the liquidity around effectively. So there's going to be 1 billion tokens. Right now there's 18 million. 180 million out. And yeah, so if we take a look at Stargate, where's this? Stargate. Let's get user docs because that's probably where we're going to find all of this. Allocations and lockups. There we go. And let's have a look. Okay, so very much worth noting that we should be seeing the complete billion token release by January of 2025. So by the summer of this year, we should, based on the emissions program, the initial investors, the teams release, and everything else, we should be at around 700 million tokens or so by the summer of this year. So presumably, we're going to end up seeing quite a significant amount of coins landing on the market, and that could cause a dump in terms of price. Though it is worth noting, these release schedules are never that clear. So then you've got to look at you've got to try and basically figure out what the total supply is, or the current circulating supply, if it's not obvious. So first of all, holders are pretty good. 26,700 on Ether, 39,000 odd on BSC. You've got over 12,000 on Snowtrace, AVAX, and you've got 46,000 on Polygon. Now, obviously, there'll be a fair few of those people on all of those platforms, but that's a pretty significant amount of holders for a coin with a 150 mil market cap. Excuse me. So, what is the platform? Well, the platform allows you to transfer assets. So this is your bridging tools. So say you decided, I want my USDC off of Ethereum and I want it onto anyone with Polygon, Avalanche. And you swap to USDC. There you go. And you just decide how much you want to move, and it will tell you what you'll receive. The bridge is as simple as it gets. Really, no issues there at all. Anyone that's used a bridge before, it's very simple. If you've used any bridge before, it's the same. Then they've got their pools. So this is like the liquidity pools where you can earn some funds. Say you wanted to participate in the USDC fund, you could literally just add $100, $1,000, whatever, into USDC, connect your wallet, and share, and it will tell you what share of the pool you would get. So it's based upon obviously adding liquidity to the markets, and obviously the greater liquidity you add, or the greater percentage of the overall liquidity that you provide, the greater returns you're going to get. So, as an example, if you provide liquidity on USDD, if anyone actually uses the pool, you should get a hefty amount of the transaction fees because, look, there's so little liquidity. But there is actually no volume right now, so there'd be no point in it. You just won't get anything. So then you look around and you can sort of figure out which ones are worth doing based on overall liquidity and the volume and the 7-day volume. So you'd make the argument that like Woo and BNB is probably a really good one, just off of the basis that there is a hell of a lot of volume going through. Well, that's decent volume for a 7-day over the last 7 days, and the liquidity is not insane. So you'd get, say you added, $3,000. That put you at like 1% of the fees. So you get 1% of that 240,000. So there's a few ways you can look at this. there are opportunities in liquidity pools, but you also have to be aware there is real potential for you to get damaged in a liquidity pool with issues like impermanent loss. And if you're unfamiliar with them, then do have a look at that. Although these aren't standard liquidity pools like we've seen in the past. I'm not sure if you would be at risk in the same way on them. So do your research, because I have not looked into the depth of that. Farming is obvious. Again, really straightforward. So you can see, like, you could farm fracs. So say you wanted to stake, I don't know, 100 fracs, then you'll be able to see what you would get. Again, but it's a pool, so it's the share of the pool. So you do have to stake a liquidity pool token. That's what's important. So again, there is a risk there. So if you're staking a liquidity pool token, I would argue doing a liquidity pool token of like USDC, USDT, where the risk for impermanent loss is a lot less, is probably the right call. Staking as well, you can see percentage of Stargate that's locked is 17.46%. And the average lock time is 467 days. So there's a decent amount that aren't going to be in the market. That means, oh yeah, by the way, so that is 17.46%. Okay, so we can figure out what the circulating supply is now. So we have, what is it? So let's have a look. We've got 31,245,574.94. That's the overall supply. So we'll divide that by 0.1746. So current supply apparently is 178,955,182 Stargate. Let's have a look what they've got here. Yeah, pretty much. They've actually overestimated this, I think. Let's have a look. No, they're off by like 50,000, 47,000, 46,000. Okay, but obviously keeping an eye on the release schedule is important. Stargate could dump when all those tokens are released. But this is a platform that is going to be used, that is being used. The bridge is, oh yeah, I didn't show the transaction fees. Sorry, the transactions. Sorry guys. So, overview, that's what I wanted. So look, I want to show the week by week what's been happening. As you can see, look, really many transactions on a weekly basis over the past sort of year, really. And then since March 19th, since the third week of March, we started seeing this go kind of parabolic. I mean, one is coming back down a bit, but that's huge growth from where it was at. And even now, daily transactions are pretty good. Daily transaction today, so far today, is 54,000. And there's been, still a lot of the day to go. So again, really good sign that the platform's user base is starting to grow, it's starting to get excited. And yeah, because of that, I do think getting up to probably $5 is going to be relatively easy. Its all-time high was like $4.20, so yeah, it's going to, once it gets past $4.20, it's in price discovery mode. So where can it go is the question. Conservatively, I'm saying $5. But honestly, looking at it, depending on how that token release schedule works, that's really important. Which is why I'm only saying $5. Because here's the thing: if the supply was basically going to stay the same, and you were knocking around 180 million, I'd be like, yeah, this can easily hit $10. But if all of a sudden there's going to be half, like 500 million tokens, or 750 million tokens by this point next year, then $10 gives it a market cap of $7.5 billion. It's a big, big difference. So I'm conservatively going to say $5. Because the token release schedule is going to matter massively on that one. But let me know what you guys think. And let me know what you guys think. And if you use the platform, what do you like about the platform? What don't you like about the platform? Let me know in the comments down below as well. And if you want to see the coins I own, guys, head over to copymycrypto.com and read that site. That site is all public record. Everything on there, you can literally verify all that information. It's all facts. So you can go through old videos on this channel and you can confirm what you read. It'll take 10 minutes. Copymycrypto.com is where I share the coins I'm in. And I do that by going, I am buying this coin. The reason I'm buying this coin is X, Y, Z. The gains I think this coin can have are this much. The percentage of my money that I'm putting in is this much. And members can copy along. It is as simple as that. You can see a history of success in terms of calling big winners. That's what I've done for years now. And I'm literally just sharing them with the members and they can literally copy along. It couldn't be more simple. And if you want to make the gains in crypto without any of the work, this is exactly that. And you're following someone that's had the successes. So it could not be more simple. And if you haven't read the site, I recommend you go read the site now, see what the members have done, see what I've said in the past, and make an educated decision for yourself. And maybe I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.